Jeff. I'm going to choose Joshua to summarize what happened last week.
Oh, yay. I had a lot of stuff that happened last week. All right, so to basically start off where we left off, we had just finished up a little bit of the investigation process of the woman or the man that was originally at the Temple of Life or Light.
Light, I think.
That was turning the people into pigs. We brought him into custody. After that, we had a couple of different variations. We went to the Nathaniel Wester's place, in which he gave Shinigami a couple of quests, a couple of little threads for him to tug on. Then after that, of getting that, we went to a little bit of a cook-off, in which we were recruited by Ozar. And he made us a part of the kitchen crew because his kitchen crew got poisoned. And as we were fixing up and whizzing by the kitchen, one of the rival cooks came over and tried to bribe Randall to poison Ozar's dish so they could win and become potentially the royal chefs of the princess, who, unbeknownst to us, ended up being one of the judges for this cooking competition, and that we were trying to poison her. Randall stuck on his moral grounds, turned the information over to Tariel, who was helping him as well. And we turned it into Ozar. Big confrontation. The princess found out about it. She demanded justice and his head, in which basically she ripped off herself. To make the long story short, to everybody's kind of shock. After we did our little cooking competition, there was a party that I think Gayla was invited to.
Correct.
And it was a unique party full of unique individuals without any clothing, as they were getting down with their bad selves. Gayla, being a little bit above that, did not partake in such a thing. However, was it Shinigami? No, it was Bass, who decided to give off his clothing to make a little bit of a threat to the gentlemen, the guys who were trying to buy the school from Teriel's parents, if I remember correctly.
The Domarin brother.
The Domarin brothers.
Yeah, the same people who put on the terrible party are the same people who are trying to take over Toriel's boarding school for young masters, something like that.
Yep. And so after crashing that party and Bass hog-tying one of the Domarin brothers naked in his room, he quickly got out of there before it found out. And we went to Word Splashers, and Shinigami had a couple of particular questions for him. Found out that Word Splasher was in debt to Golfa as well. I don't know if Shinigami got exactly what he wanted from Word Splasher, but moving forward from that point, we kind of went to our separate ways because we agreed at that point in time to go search for Byra, who Randall had asked for his newly found compatriots to come and help find him, as that's his friend. And that was also something that Mr. Wester also tasked Shinigami into assisting with as well. So we are now off to Willow Creek, if I remember correctly, to go find Byra and what may have happened to her. And story related, overnight, Randall's mother passed away. So the other ones, I can't remember particular if there was something other mega that happened with the other ones. If I forgot that, I apologize. You step in whenever you want to.
Yeah, Gala had met with, I'll get his name. He's in my notes right here, at the very bottom. Lord Cyan Maunder, who's the head of the Knights of the Crown. There he is. And continues to kind of skirt lying to him and about her intentions. And then met up with you guys in the morning. And I don't know if there's anything else for anyone else's character. Like Josh said, jump in.
Malcolm, I think something with mine happened because you had me roll that roll yesterday.
Yeah, that's just in preparations for tonight's session.
Oh, okay.
So just ignore that. Forget that never happened.
But just so you know, Jeff, the princess went full Wolverine and just tore up that guy.
I jumped on him and just slash.
Oh, and Bath had another moment of "let me kill him for you" and freak out, but she killed him instead of letting Bath do it.
I forgot that the princess was such that she is. So it doesn't seem out of character, but I was like, wait, the princess did that? Wow. So yeah,
she is no Princess Buttercup.
Yeah, I was just going to say something about that. I wasn't going to say that, but I was going to make a reference. That's badass. I love it.
The I guess the major thing you missed was Shinigami trying to put the princess in her place and then finding out she basically has political asylum and he couldn't do anything to her.
No.
Yep. The only other thing
that was very detailed.
Yeah, it was excellent summary. The only bit I'd add is
I think inspirationally good.
Oh, I think inspirationally good too. Take a point of view inspiration, Josh. Remind me of those things. I'm very stingy with those. I should be less stingy. So, yep. DM inspiration. The only thing I will add is remember Gala, Lord Signmonder said to you once the King's Games are over, you're 100% invested in becoming a knight. There, that's the.
I belong to him. He's in charge.
That's the point of no return. You're responsible for the safety of the king, the queen, and the princess, and that's kind of.
Once I get knighted and whatnot, yeah.
Yep, that's what's going to happen. All right. So you've left Odin Bear first thing in the morning. I think Gala and Randall were a little bit delayed, only 20 minutes or so, but you meet pretty much at first light, and then you head off to Willow Creek. And joining you on this mission is, of course, Gala's right-hand man, Oren, and your left-hand woman, Mistel, I guess, Toriel. So they're along for the journey as well. Speaking of which, Oren approaches you, Gala, and said, Gala, might I have a private word with you, if it's okay?
I think we have time. Certainly.
Well, let's just lag behind these guys a little bit. Just a private word, if you'd be so kind.
Always.
All right. Voice channel 2, please, Daniel.
Oh, okay. I didn't expect that.
It's very private.
Yeah, I was going to say, let me get... Hello?
Okay, cool. So I just wanted to talk to you about what happened in the alley of Menace. What did you make of that whole situation?
As you know, my the background that one of the ancestors that Ronald somewhere was one of the Dark Star Angels. So I don't know if that's it has to be tied to that, I would believe, but it has me concerned, and I'm still looking for. Get my notes out. What's his name? Atticus, and I'm not sure if he's part of that or what. I'm hoping to question the Knolls if they ever come to, and maybe investigate that alley more myself.
Well, yes. I mean, you did turn your back on your past, I think for the better, or are you regretting your decision, Gala?
I don't know. You know Lord Dizek. He schemes and plots, and I feel he's just using me still now, and I don't know, Orin. It's it's troubling, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I like Lord Scion Mortar, but the Queen and these royals that we're running into now, I didn't know they were quite so hedonistic and disliked. I mean, Willows Creek, as you know, I love the people there and I know the people, but these people in Obanar, they're quite different. And I don't know. I sometimes think that it would have been best if the ranger Rowan never found me.
Yeah. Do you feel you're going down a dark path with this whole culty stuff, though? Is it really where you want to be headed?
I don't know if it's. I don't know if they're that dark. I don't know if it's that bad. I mean that alleyway was ominous, but redemption can come from all. I mean, I can't believe that Atticus was evil. You know,
Wow.
he was. I saw his heart, and I just don't know. Maybe if he has fallen evil, maybe is controlled by someone like those gnolls were. Those gnolls weren't that way until they entered that area. So maybe there could be redemption. You know.
It could be. I mean, the weird thing is the way they targeted you, though. You know, dark walled, dark magic, dark past. I just wanted to make sure that, I don't know, just let you know that I saw it and I'm concerned. And yeah, just wanted to let you know that. And if you had any other thoughts about it, but I'm concerned.
Gayla will put her hand on his shoulder and say, I always have you to help steer me right, so always bring your concerns up, but I don't know if they were that bad. I mean, that did seem ominous there, but there's darker forces in this world. There's, you know about my mother and the necromancer, and
Yeah.
you know about all that. There is evil in this world, I do know. But sometimes darkness takes people, and they can be brought back, I would hope, and walk a better path.
Well, the darkness came
But they must
over
be
them
given a
pretty quickly.
chance.
Well, let's hope so. But they went from, well, they were arseholes to start with, but then there were murderous arseholes with your name. They wanted you. So
Yeah, I'm more worried about the Gorso noble who seemed to relish in killing. So I don't know. Like I said, these nobles aren't all that I thought they would be.
well, the only thing that's unique about them is that they're rich, right? That's it. They can be arseholes like anybody else can, but more power with more money, of course. What do you think we should
Yeah.
do about that Gorso guy, by the way? Just keep an eye on him?
I'm keeping an eye on him. He's charming. He's not hard on the eyes, but he's he seems to play very loose with the rules, and I don't know. I'll be keeping an eye on him definitely.
All right, the rest of them that we've managed to connect up with all seem reasonable, but that Bass definitely has a dark side.
Yeah, it comes and it goes, and like I said, maybe something's happening with him too. That some possession, some demons, some dark forces have a hold on him, and maybe he can be redeemed also, or maybe he doesn't need it at all either. Maybe I'm just being a little too harsh. It's been dark times, and now that we're heading towards Willow Creek, I look forward to seeing the people. I look forward to all that. I don't look forward to seeing Rowan too much. He's never been one of my favorites. But the party, the balls coming up, lighter times are coming up, my squire. Fun will be had, drinks will be had. Maybe I'll get you to dance with one of the fair maidens at the party this time.
Oh, well, you know me, 2 left feet.
Oh, yeah, but there's always time for fun.
Absolutely. And there's time to do good as well. And this saving Byra, if we do indeed save her, that's a good thing. So,
Yeah,
goodness
I'm hoping she's out here with the boy, and has run off with that. And if that's her choice, then I won't stand in her way. And that's what I hope.
Well, I suspected the same myself, but let's go see what happens. Let's check it out. Her parents were concerned, and that's enough for me.
Yes.
All right, let's carry
Thank
on. Okay, let's bounce back, Daniel.
Mhm.
It's
TPK or something. But I think you actually pay in advance, so it's like your seat is reserved. I think.
Yeah, I gotcha. That makes more sense.
Yep.
okay. So Daniel and her squire Oren rejoin up, kind of catch up, having their own conversations. As you make your way to Odin Beer, there's lots of trade flowing in from various other towns around the place. Particularly some lumber leaving from Willow Creek to Odin Beer. You would know as well, Gala, that there's close relationships in Willow Creek, the lumberjacks, and Ronald's Inn, the shippers. You know, shipping and lumber often go together.
And as we pass through like some of the Willow Creek areas, Gayla will talk about the people like she knows them personally and make comments like that's so-and-so Miss whatever her name is, and she has a root farm and makes the best stew, and a stew called the Oddish stew. It's divine, and she'll like talk like she knows the people personally, and just offhanded comments about people as she goes.
Cool.
Well, I would say Toriel is a very people person, and she would be very interested in what you have to say. It's like, oh my gosh, I got to try that stew sometime. It sounds delicious.
Oh, Gayla! My old lass, how are you doing? And you see Farmer Murphy.
They'll turn to Farmer Murphy, and are we riding horses or are we walking? This distance. It doesn't seem very far.
You're walking. You're walking. Half of you couldn't afford a horse so you're walking. Yeah.
She'll hand off her shield to Orin, and Orin's carrying a shield, and she'll walk up to greet Murphy. But how long has it been?
Oh, I thought you went to the
man or
big.
woman?
Farmer Murphy's a man. So, I thought
It's been a long time.
thought you went back to the old Odin beer. A big fancy night from what I heard. What are you doing coming back to us farmer folk?
We're looking for a halfling girl who's gone missing. Her parents are worried, and she'll whisper, "I think she's off with a boy." And we're just confirming for the halfling bakers in Nobanir, and it's nice to get away from the city. It's quite packed and not quite what I would have liked. I much prefer the plains.
Oh, but the plains don't have as many gailas and balls and all that type of stuff. I know you love that.
Yes. Oh, yes. I mean, we do have our summer festivals, and those are always fun. And I enjoy the ribbon dance and all of that out here as well. The charm of the creek is amazing.
Oh, bless your heart. Tell you what, come in for a cup of tea. I'm sure the missus won't mind, and bring your friends along as well.
And then I'll look at everyone and say, I think we have time. These people also, they're well connected with each other. They do know a lot about what's going on in the area, so maybe we find something up.
All right, well, let's not linger too long.
You always got time for the cup of tea. Come on.
Let me introduce you, by the way, to my companions, and I'll introduce everyone, and I'll say, this is Turiel. She's from the Wizarding School. This is
fancy.
Bass, and I'll just kind of look at him for a moment. And then I'll move over to Randall, and I'll go and Shimigami, a red cloak of the city.
Oh, fancy.
And Vennick. I don't know much about you, Vennick.
Oh, I like to keep it that way. But thank you for the introduction.
That's what you get for missing a session, Jeff. All right.
I'm trying to say something about, I was like, Bass, I'm watching you. But everyone else, I'm like, Vennick, I don't really, you missed a session, and that was early on still.
Oh, just by the way, Jeff, I know we don't have much of a backstory for Vennick yet, but I've been working on some twists and turns for your story that'll emerge in due time. So,
Okay.
just keep that in mind. All right, so sounds like you're all joining Farmer Murphy and his wife, Mrs. Farmer Murphy, for a cup of tea, and
This is Farmer.
and it's pleasant. It brings back good memories for you, Gala, about the simpler things. No nasty tricks by Domarin brothers. No being attacked by demonic gnolls at the wall. No more princesses shredding people who could have mildly poisoned her. Much simpler times. And you eventually put Farmer Murphy aside and carry on. And as you say, Gayle, there's lots of people that you recognize. A lot of people are surprised to see you because you're supposed to be going to the big city and not turning around. And you see plenty of logging, as I said, leaving Willows Creek and heading to Odin Bear and other places. And all the farmers and the lumberjacks wave at you. This is very much like almost the breadbasket of Odin Bear, right? This is where the farms are, and this is where the forest is. This is where the lumberjacks live.
Yeah.
But eventually,
And I'll say to everyone, there's a ranger that lives in this area that's part of the village council, and she'll kind of stop and say, "A man named Rowan," and you kind of feel there's a little bit of tension there when she says that. He knows this area, and he might be someone we'd seek out who might be able to help us. He knows the comings and goings and is quite adept at finding people. She says with a sigh.
We do also have a clue.
Yes.
Apparently, when she went on this adventure of hers, she was, I guess, looking into a particular story legend, something of a creature. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, but I remember it was some
Oh,
sort
a
of creature.
manticore.
I don't recall that. I don't recall that at all. Oh, great. What is
The
that?
Manticore.
She went off to a manticore or something
Yeah.
like that, or a griffin or something. One of the two.
the DM did not say manticore. The DM said a
Oh.
creature that fired spikes from its tail.
That's
Oh, I
it.
don't remember that at all.
I remember a creature firing something, but I didn't know if it was from its tail or from something else, but I didn't want to be wrong.
God, I got notes and notes, but I have no notes on that.
Right. Malcolm, can I
Session
roll
one.
to see if I know of any creatures?
Sure.
'Cause I don't know if Toriel would know of a Manticore. Maybe she would. I don't know.
Yeah, nature or history, your choice.
Sorry, nature or what?
History.
Let's go. Well, either the same.
You have heard of these creatures. The extra information you managed to put in is it is indeed a manticore. You know they fly.
Oh, okay.
That would add some complications if you have to take on
Yes.
a manticore.
I will. And do I know, like, how dangerous they are for a fairly new adventuring party? Like, have you heard any stories about that?
New adventuring party. Well, what you know is, and also from what Byra's parents told you, she's a bit of a headstrong. She's perhaps too arrogant in her abilities, too confident, too eager to prove herself. And you're not sure
Brandon
about...
would know this as well.
You would know this as well, yes, being friends with Byra. And, what was I going to say? And you're pretty sure maybe you can handle it. I mean, there's 8 of you if you count Mistel and Oren.
Okay.
But Byra? Not sure. Maybe she's got herself into trouble that way. Maybe it is a boy problem.
Well,
Maybe it's not.
All right. Well, I will relay that message to everyone. I will add, I guess, to do I know that you're friends with Byra? Did you?
Yes, I made an announcement like during I was
Oh.
like as I played, I was like, "She's my friend. Can you help me?" kind of thing.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I'll say I don't want to scare you, Randall, but I have to say that these creatures are dangerous. I mean, there's 8 of us. We should probably be able to take care of it, but I'm hoping that she's not found it because these creatures can fly and they can attack from a distance, and it could be very dangerous.
Malcolm, do I know if there's if these creatures have been sighted around Willow Creek since I've lived around that area, or have I not seen that?
Nothing of
And I
the
didn't mean to
sort.
interrupt you, Josh. I'm sorry.
Are you
What's
good?
that?
Nothing of the sort. I mean, the biggest problems are bear attacks in the forest for the lumberjacks. But nothing.
I'll interject saying I've never seen a manticore in Willows Creek. I don't believe that's the case. And Josh, sorry.
Oh, you could. Well, knowing Byra, she was always one to how you say, jump to conclusions and jump before you look type of thing. She was always so eager. She really wanted me. I think this was what she wanted me to join her on, but apparently she got impatient. Perhaps maybe it is such a legend, and maybe that's what we can hope for. She has a tendency to get lost, I would imagine. I pray that's all that it is. And I will say this, like, from the trip all the way from Oathbreaker to Willow Creek, Randall has been very kind of stone-faced stoic over there. Like, he wasn't the kind of flamboyant when he was Ramses on the trip. This is a very different, like, sterner looking Randall at this point in time.
You eventually make it to the city, well, more like the village of Willow Creek. There is numerous lumber mills you can see with people processing the trees for boats, for buildings, that sort of stuff. Of course, there's the pubs, which this takes you most of the day to get to Willow Creek, and the pubs are filling up fast with lumberjacks and farmers, doing what they do. There's a building where the official things happen, and so you can go to pubs, you can go to mills, you can go to the main place where the village council meets. It's up to you.
You said there was a ranger here, Gala.
Yes. Is the picture, Malcolm? Is it a man or woman? Or I'm assuming gender. I know, of course, and all that stuff. But it looked like a female, or is it a dude? You tell me.
I'm going with female.
Okay. I go. There's a woman ranger named Rowan. She knows this area well, and she's the head of the council. She would be one to ask about the area, and she might even know or heard of your friend coming through. She keeps an ear to the trees, as it were. Insight.
That sounds like a good idea. That seems to be the best course of action. Shinigami, wouldn't you agree? Probably the one that would know the layout of the land would be the first one to ask.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry, Bess, what were you inciting? I missed that.
I was inciting if that was possibly a ex-girlfriend of Gallia's, from how she seems so hesitant, but like, yeah, we should talk to him, but damn it.
Sure. Well, 8.
If you incite me, I will, and you get a good roll. I'll give you something. I'll totally do that. Yeah.
I rolled an 8.
Or should I roll something?
Well,
Just for fun?
Well, no, that's up to you. Best rolls an 8 to insight. You can reveal as much information as you think an 8 deserves.
Oh, you tell it there is a level of dislike. That's all you kind of get.
Okay, so where are you guys going? It sounds like
To see Rowan?
to see Rowan. Okay. So you go to the main council chambers. Most of it's empty because it's late at night. But you notice there's one room kind of towards the end that seems to have 2 people talking, and some lanterns and things have been lit to light it up. So it's obviously someone's there.
Okay, then we'll say this could be them. Let's Shimigami, this is your investigation. I can introduce you, I guess, to Rowan.
Yeah, but Shinigami's gonna need some reminders of what we were. I totally forgot what we were. We're looking for the girl. We're looking for where she went in search of this thing.
That she's safe and okay. The bakers were real concerned, and so
We're trying to track her down.
And what was her name again?
Byra.
All right, thanks. Yeah, okay, carry on.
Michaela will take the lead and go forward.
So you head into the room, and you see a person you instantly recognize as Rowan, and you see another person you instantly recognize as well, Gala.
Oh, God. Okay.
And you see them leaning over and going over some bits and pieces, and you know that Lord Ronald, as I said, Ronald's End does lots of dealings with the Willows Creek. And as you enter, Lord Ronald says, "Oh, this is so disappointing. What are you doing here, Gala? Do we have to drag you back to Oathbreaker again?"
No, Uncle, nothing of the sort this time. I'm here on business, and I'll motion to the red cloak next to me, Shimagami, and I'll say, in the city we've been out and about, and I've met with Lord Sidon, and Lord Sidon says I have until the Great Games for to be knighted as you want. And we're here in search of a halfling that I believe ran away and I think might have boy troubles. They talk about a monster, but I believe that sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants.
Oh, so let me get this straight. Lord Sign, and it's pronounced sign like a sign wave.
Sign.
Sign, yep.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. Lord Sign Monder is taken time out of his very important schedule to take you under his wing, and you've decided to go out and chase a boyfriend for a friend of yours. Did I miss something? Did I skip a step?
No, Uncle. No, Uncle. Lord Sidon gave me his blessings. Of course. No, he's been quite good and kind, and he's told me what is expected of me, and I understand. Uncle.
Well, I understand that you failed the first test of Lord Sign Monder. I mean, if you came here to chase down somebody's boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, that is hardly behavior fitting of a knight.
He's here to help me investigate something which could be knightly if he performs his duties properly. And so far, he's been holding his own.
And Gala will tag on. Yes, the Red Cloak. Since I know Willow Creek and I know the people, asked me specifically to come here to help, and I don't think you did. So I'm going to do that for my uncle.
I'm gonna. Well, that's gonna be pretty good. I was gonna try to give you advantage with that role because I was gonna step in and says it was request as a friendly. I would think mainly knights or people of the people, so to speak.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Randall Summerlin.
Summerland. I'm not familiar with that family. Where are you from?
Oathbreaker.
What part of Oathbreaker?
Outside the city.
It's like I was gonna lock eyes at you, remembering the chat we had when you told the guards, and see what you say.
I have a nice private little plane, and I actually this might be kind of a unique role situation. I'm going to try this and see if I can't deceive my way into this. I was like, overlooks a city, not just to a house. I'm going to roll a deception.
Sure.
And uniquely enough, passively, something's glowing in the background as I get to roll this with advantage.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to help. Oh, not bad.
So you're saying you're not, in fact, from the place that we all know Randall's from. You're making a claim to nobility. Summerlands. I'm not familiar with that name. So, okay.
We're new at we're new.
So just to be
New
clear,
money,
was it
so-
the king, the queen, or the princess that set you on this quest?
You talking to the Shimigami or Gala or
Uh,
Randall?
I'll say Shinigami.
Well, it wasn't the princess, and we haven't talked to the king yet, have we?
This is all just so horribly disappointing, Gala. Do you know your father made one big mistake with you? Do you know what it is?
Not again, Uncle, please.
No. The one big mistake he made was he should have had a boy.
Well, I can't help what I am on any more than and I'll point to I'll like motion to everyone around us how anyone can help what they are. I am what I am. Popeye.
I think she's rather great, actually. She killed her own in a battle against a couple of gnolls.
Oh no! Ooh, spooky. I did not say it was your mistake, Gala. I said it was your father's mistake. Should have had a boy.
Yes.
Your uncle really is a pompous ass, isn't he?
I do have my moments.
Well, Uncle, it is we are where we're at now, and we are here actually for Rowan to hopefully find, and so I can return to Obanir and to Lord Signmonder, so I could continue on with the path you have so graciously laid before me.
At this point, Rowan pipes up and says, "Oh, right. Well, what is it you want? What is it? Tell me. Came here for a reason? What is it?"
Randall, this is your friend you're looking for?
Yes, her name is Byra. She's a halfling, young girl, probably a few years younger than I am. She's very headstrong, very quick on her feet. However, she has found some kind of story that's going around Willow Creek about something of a creature that shoots spikes out of its tail. I believe who was it that made the roll that figured out it was the Manticore? Was it Gala?
Toriel.
Oh, it was Toriel.
Toriel. Toriel, I think, identified it as a Manticore.
Oh, yes.
Any sightings? Did Byra come through the city asking questions?
She did. She did indeed. I mean, she's well known here. She's been here many times before. And she was asking about this indeed creature. And one of the lumberjacks felt that they'd seen something similar out by one of the lumberjacks' sites. So she went to that lumberjack site, and that was like 3-4 days ago.
That's not good. Like you can almost see some of the color leave Randall's face. Like, that's not good. Can you show us and pinpoint where it is so we may go investigate?
And they give you directions, and it's basically west of town, like inland of it.
A thousand gratitude for that information. You may have just saved someone's life, so I appreciate it.
Rowan nods at you. Lord Ronald says, "Is that disappointing, Gala, that it's not one of your another romance stories?"
Time will tell, Uncle. Maybe it's a cover wish. Maybe she's meeting somebody, and you never know. I've never, in all our time here, I've never heard of what was it, a Manticore, I believe you said, Turiel?
That's correct.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm always to lend a hand to the people, and she'll kind of bow, and I'll try so hard not to disappoint you, as I seem to always do.
Yeah, why break a habit of a lifetime?
She not bristles, but like it hurts her. You can tell.
Well, do not let us detain you.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Hopefully when we come back, you'll have one less chin.
So I will point out that it's late at night. Well, early evening. Sun is just starting to set. You could either wait till morning or go pursue it in the evening. So choice is yours. Just pointing out that it's dark. It's getting dark.
Do we know if it's like super dangerous at night, like versus day? I mean, obviously there's obviously a added danger for nighttime versus daytime, but is it like particularly more dangerous than normal in this area?
It's not like curse over the land or anything that makes things get darker at night and worse at night.
Sorry, I'm in a straw campaign.
Caleb will say, no,
PTSD.
Caleb will say, no, it's a peaceful land. There are, of course, raids here and there, or there are sites of goblins, but it's no more dangerous than an alley in Open Air that we've been to. I don't believe. I've never had any problems.
If it's okay, I'd like to push on. I'd really hate to drag it. If she's been missing this long, I don't like the chances of waiting even longer.
Doesn't bother me either way. I see great in the dark.
I wouldn't mind pushing forward too.
Yeah, my uncle would, as you see, would like me back at Open Beer. He doesn't think highly.
Forget that arrogant ass. He's useless.
I wish that I can. Family ties run deep. I don't know if that's something that affects you or not, but family is big.
Every family has their drama. Just accept it.
I come from one of the most ancient families, but this new breed from the time that I went to sleep to the time that I've now woken up, they've definitely gotten more arrogant. They've always looked down their nose at others, but so far these new nobles, these younger nobles, are certainly more spoiled than what I remember.
That's all I've ever known. Lord Ronald, he's an ass, but he is my uncle.
Apologies for the way he treated you. No one deserves to be treated like that. I wouldn't think somebody like you would ever be a mistake, nor anybody to be for that matter.
I thank you kindly. You seemed yourself to be a good natured person. You seem out of sorts today, though, but you've always, the day that I've known you, been a good person.
Been a long 24 hours.
Anyone else wish to push forward, or are we? I don't know if Ronald and my uncle would not accept all of you. He would only probably barely accept me. But there are places we could stay here, or we could push on.
We really should go. We should try and catch up.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a night owl anyways. I don't want to turn in. As I say, I'm a night owl. I have Timely on my shoulder. It's like I should say we're night owls.
Okay, sounds like you're pressing on. So following the directions of Rowan, you head west. It takes about an hour and a half to get to the lumberjack site where she was sent. There's some lumberjacks who are still doing some last minute works. Maybe they're going to head back to Willows Creek, maybe they're not. But you approach the camp and they seem quite friendly. Come on by the fire. It's a lot warmer here. A little bit chill in the air tonight.
Oh, thank you. Maybe you could help us. We're looking for a little halfling girl. I guess that's redundant. A halfling girl that might have come through here.
Well, you can say little. They don't mind it. They mind it.
It's like that, you know, they're all different little sizes. Maybe she's a little person. Oh,
That's
they're not
true.
all the same.
My apologies. A halfling girl that
Oh,
may
you're,
come through this.
oh, you're talking about young Byra. Yeah, she was all headstrong. We said, don't head into the forest. I think she came at about this hour, and we haven't seen her since. We had a bit of a look.
That was yesterday?
Oh, no, several days ago.
Oh, boy.
Was that the King's Forest or Thornwood's Forest?
Kingswood.
Oh.
King's Forest or Thornwood's?
King's Forest. Yep.
Want to make sure because it said Kingswood.
King's Forest. The one with kings in the name.
Oh, well, thank you. Ooh, I don't know. Does that, I mean, maybe we should keep press on. I mean, time may be of the essence. What do you think, Randall?
I agree. Typically, in a missing persons situation, the odds of finding said person, especially alive, definitely the probability decreases as time goes on.
Yes, but keep in mind you want your skills sharp. We do not rest, we wish exhaustion, and we won't be any good to this girl, whether she be dead nor alive.
We can push ourselves just short of exhaustion, I think.
Just because you do not sleep does not mean us others don't need it.
Well, I agree. We shouldn't exhaust ourselves, but I think we can push at least until we can until the point of we know that we have to rest, or else we'll become exhausted.
Malcolm, do we have any sense for how long we could press on until we need to rest?
Oh, what's about 9:30 at night at the moment. So, yeah, press on for a bit yet.
Okay.
Let's go for another hour and then rest.
Might
I see that fine.
okay, that's yes.
By the way, does anyone like have a light or anything like that? Has been like anybody like torch lit or anything like that?
Gala will touch one of your sword hilt or whatever, and it will start glowing, and she'll cast light on it.
Well, here's the thing. I was going to like basically make a point in saying if no one has casted, like Randall's going to be like kind of like looking around like weirdly, like why can't I see?
Oh. No, she wouldn't have done that. She would have, because Orin can't see in the dark, so Orin will have some light on her.
Cool.
Okay.
And I don't know about your friend Turiel, actually. Turiel is right.
Human. This still is human.
Yeah. And Toriel is also human. So we'll I don't mind the old fashioned approach, and I can have a torch. For now. I thought the light spell was it's too simple and just unnecessary when you can just use a torch.
I would say that I normally need a torch, but weirdly enough, I feel like I can see a lot better.
That's amazing. Randall, you're human?
Yes.
Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't want to assume anything, but that is amazing if you can see in the dark. If you figure it out, let me know, because I would love to have that.
Like you can almost see like Randall's like severely confused. Like, why can't I now just all of a sudden see in the dark?
Squinting must really help.
Let me try that.
Maybe I have burning the midnight oil makes the eyes adjust better at dark.
I've never heard of that, Randall. There's obviously something different about you. You've been acting odd.
Maybe it's
Vennick's going to
adrenaline.
go over to Randall and go, and he's going to point out something in the dark, in a distance, and go, "Can you see that little branch over there? As it leans down a little bit from the tree trunk,
How far away is the branch?
60 feet."
Yes.
61 feet? No.
No, it's 50.
Actually, I was like, and I could see that branch over there, and he points way further back behind that tree that you're pointing at.
I'm like,
There's actually
that's
a raccoon sitting up there.
That's getting a little fuzzy for me. I'm very impressed with your abilities, Randall.
Same with Gala.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't see any branches over there.
It must be adrenaline. Maybe that's what it is. I've heard about this adrenaline thing that, your senses are heightened. I am starting to get quite worried about her.
Well, don't let your imagination get the better of you because you just don't know. So,
I'll ask the people we stop with and say, have you ever seen any beasts that shoot spikes that fly in the area?
Oh, nothing like that. Old Byra, she talked a lot about that, though, but we do not know what she's talking about.
Well, I thought not.
Well, if you want to look for her, just follow that path into the forest. That's be the best place to start.
Oh, very good.
damn it.
What were you trying to incite, Shinigami?
Just trying to make sure that they were telling us the right path.
Okay, yeah. Seem to be simple, trustworthy folks, but who knows?
I'm a cop. I'm short on trust.
Fair enough.
Nice.
All right, so press out for another hour, maybe, and then perhaps set up camp somewhere.
That sounds good.
Okay, as you head into the forest, and you're obviously on the lookout for Byra, can have everybody make me a survival check. We'll call this a group survival check. We'll see how well you do. Oh dear.
Yeah, let's get those low rolls out now.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, Galen. Vennick. Shinigami 6. Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm going to say Rando is just really kind of like panicky, and that's why he is just not doing anything useful right now.
Okay, oh, sure. But got a couple of nice rolls. So, tell you what, you press on for an hour, getting to the point where you think, maybe we need to stop for camp. So, it takes you a fair while to get there. But then you come across something interesting. First of all, the land kind of falls off quite suddenly, and there's a large waterfall that falls a good 50 feet. And then actually, let me just show you. Let me show you. Waterfall falling into a cavern that's 50 feet below here. And crisscrossing it is a bunch of webs. And lying motionless amongst the webs is... And of course you see the manticore there as well, all webbed up. Both of them are not moving.
Oh boy.
So
That's Byra.
Ooh,
And I'm
it is.
assuming because I can see quite a distance, I'm probably the first one that spots her.
I got 120 feet of dark vision.
Oh, there you go.
We I can't see her, but if it sounds like they're webbed up to the spiders, it probably goes without saying. We should be careful.
I have an idea. I could blast the web and draw the spider out.
Just to be clear, this web is suspended 50 feet above some moving water. So if Byra fell, she'd fall into some water and presumably be carried away somewhere. So just to make that clear. And this drop from here to here is also 50 feet.
Well, that's just not a good thing. I don't know if blasting the web would be the wisest idea. I wouldn't want to knock her into the water.
Do they both look alive? I don't know. I stepped away to get something to drink.
They're motionless at the time, I'm assuming.
Well, Shinigami, if you want to have a closer look from this distance, you can make a medicine check. See if you can see any kinds of life. It's going to be a hard roll, though, Shinigami, but you got no idea.
I cannot do it.
Can I make that roll?
Sure.
Oh, never mind. I'm not proficient in it.
Yeah. Dunno.
Neither was I. You never know.
I mean, they are both wrapped up pretty tight in webs. But yeah, you don't know if they're alive or not. Just that they're entangled in a web.
All right. Well, let me do this then, and I mean, I doubt it'll have an impact, but I might as well use it, and I'll do Divine Sense.
No fey, fiend, or undead.
All right. Well, do we want to just approach the edge of the web and just kind of start hacking and see what happens?
That was my recommendation. I could just blast the web from here, and we don't need to be close.
Well, I don't know about that. I think webs are flammable, and we don't necessarily want to free the manticore.
It won't
Just her.
do fire damage.
I'll motion to Tyrio and be like, can your owl friend get closer and see?
Oh, yes, of course. And I'll ask Timely to do her thing, to stealthily fly, not too close to the webs, but within probably 20 feet. Far enough where a spider couldn't necessarily get her.
Okay. And the goal is to see what's up with Byra and possibly the Manticore.
Yeah, and see if there's any spiders nearby.
Okay, first of all, make me a stealth check.
Okay, for an owl, I take
Timely.
it.
Yep.
Okay. Let me get to her. Okay, stealth check. I would expect higher than that, but okay. Oops, it didn't roll. Hold on one moment. One moment, please. Try that again.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And I'll tell you what, I said medicine before, but since Timely's eyes are so good, make a perception check at advantage to see if you could see if Byra is alive, if there's any spiders around. So perception at advantage. Yo, natural 20. Two things.
Yo.
Byra and the Manticore are definitely alive. And you see a large spider just hovering under the cliffside here. So this spider is there, but underneath. So I'm just going to move her back underneath.
Okay, and all right, I'll be looking through Timely's eyes, and I can relay that information. I'll point out where the spider is, and they're still alive. I mean, not that we care about the Manticore, but we don't know how long that will be, so we need to do something. I like the idea of burning the webs, except if Byra falls, she might, be unconscious in the water, which could be dangerous.
I don't mind. Do I know? Can you actually? I know obviously you get stuck in webs and stuff like that, but can you actually walk on webs?
You can certainly.
That is
Yeah. Okay.
very
Okay.
appropriate.
let's. I think we should not worry about the web. So let's worry about what created the web first, and then we can worry about the web later because the web's
Wow.
not going anywhere as long as we leave it
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, if there's a area effect that could get the spider without getting Byra, that would be great. Let me see. Do I have anything?
Can't somebody just shoot the spider and maybe it'll come try to munch on us?
So we can't see it from our angle because it's under the cliff, right?
Yeah, there's like the cliff goes in a little bit here, and the spider's hanging over like the overhang.
Okay. Yeah. We'd have to climb down there to get a better angle because right now we can't. We can't. Well, I do have. Oh, that's 50 feet. No, that wouldn't work. Sorry, I thought I had an idea.
Is there a way to kind of climb down?
You could try climbing down either side of the waterfall, or if you're extra brave, you could go down the waterfall. There's a 50-foot drop, though.
So is the waterfall like falling into where the web actually is?
Yep.
Or is oh
Well, it's broken up the web like here, because just with the sheer power of it, but everywhere else is just
right
crisscrossed in web.
Oh, okay. So you could ride down the waterfall and try to jump on the web. Or get on the web.
You can certainly try.
Lead the way,
Prophetess
Silver Surfer. I still vote just let me shoot the web and draw the spider out.
It could also
Okay.
retreat to a more defensible position too.
Those of you with more magic, which is probably you, Toriel, do you know the Missile of Magic?
I'm familiar with that, but I have not prepared that.
Sorry, you cut out on my end.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have not prepared that.
Well, how far do we got to climb down?
50 feet.
Randall would try to make his way, try to see where the best spot would be to climb down at.
The best spot is either side of the waterfall.
I have
And-
some rope if we need to do that.
And it's quite a tricky, slippery descent. So you're running the risk of falling if the dice gods are not with you.
That doesn't sound good. What about a rope?
Well, I've got rope. I've got 50 feet of rope.
50 feet
You know,
would
well-
enable you to lower them to the base of the waterfall.
I have one more suggestion. If you do not wish me to shoot the web, I'll snap my fingers and these these 4 globules will appear. What if I send down these little dancing lights and see if the spider will come out and try to attack them on the web, and we can pelt it from above?
I like that idea.
That is not a bad idea. Or, Bass, your other idea, I mean, this would require some from getting closer, but if we fashioned a rope, we could maybe put it, I could use Mage Hand to tie it to Byra, and then you burn away the webs, and then she's hanging by this rope. Just a thought.
Well, we don't know if she's hurt or.
That's true.
Why don't you cast those dancing lights and try and get the spider to look our way, and see us and see if it wants a piece.
So I'll do that. I'll send the lights down. I have a 120-foot range with the lights. So I'll send them down and have them kind of dancing in front of the little overhang here and kind of like in the web trying to act like they're stuck, kind of moving back and forth.
You know what we could do also is where your lights are, we could just throw something in the web so it feels the vibration. They'll have both going.
Sure, there's some loose rocks up here. Could probably
Yeah.
throw with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you send the dancing lights down, and it sounds like Toriel, you're going to throw some twigs and branches in to add to the effect.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, just to get the web shaking. Just kind of gotta
Okay.
coordinate with the lights.
Tell you what, Bass, with the assistance of the sticks, you make me an Arcana check at advantage.
Oof. Okay. Next roll has to be better. 14.
Let me roll something. That'd be it.
No way I could use deception on that, controlling the lights to act like something stuck in the webs.
Nope.
Okay.
You see some webs shoot out from this position. There's a whole glob of web. It fails to connect to the dancing lights because they're lights, and that's all you see.
That's disappointing. All it did was shoot some web out.
Okay, so is the web, are threads of it close to where we're standing? Like, could I go up and actually kick the web with my foot?
No.
No, it's
Pretty
50
much
foot
all-
down the
yeah, we
web.
have to climb
It's all
down.
down there? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we have any choice. I think we need to go down. We'll have to tie some rope and take our chances.
I'll go first.
Who's good at tying knots? Anybody used to be a sailor?
Oh, I'm not a sailor, but I might can handle
Owlbear
myself.
Scout?
I don't think we had those where we're in shanties.
Well, if you would like, I can keep the lights down there so you have some light on the subject for those of you that cannot see in the dark.
That's helpful. Thank you.
What would I need to tie the rope? What kind of check would that be?
I usually make these things survival.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not as confident on survival, just FYI. I'll make it, but it ain't great.
I can help guide you, Randall.
I could probably use it.
I will cast guidance upon Randall.
Sure.
And I'll combine the 4 lights into one vaguely humanoid form, so they'll have 40 feet of bright, or 40 feet of dim light. Sorry.
Sure. So plenty of light for a Randall to aim at, in other words. So you're tying the rope around yourself, Randall, or to a stump? What are you doing?
I tied it to a stump so the other ones can climb down if they need to.
Okay.
Unless,
Before anybody else goes down, is anybody not feeling very comfortable? Because I can give a little something to up to 3 of us that may not feel too confident about their climbing abilities.
Oh, I am not going down. I will stay up here, so don't worry about that.
Samesy.
Gala will say, I feel that I can enhance what you will do as well and do the same. So we'll all have some some divine benefit.
Oh, jeez.
Are you casting guidance as well, Gayla?
No, he's
bless.
talking about that, and so am I.
Yeah.
So we can get all 6 of us.
Okay.
Oh, so sorry. Toriel cast Bless as well?
No, Gala and Shimigami.
Shinigami.
Ah, okay. So, and that effectively blesses everyone. Okay.
All right. Nice.
So I'll get those of us going down, I guess. We'll have plus. And those staying up can have plus from Gala.
Does that include the NPCs? Mistel and Toriel blessed?
Nope. They're on their own.
Okay. Sorry, no, Toriel is
just-
blessed,
just-
not Mistel.
Vennick.
Yeah, Orin's going to stay back, so he's not coming forward.
Oh, Orin I didn't put on the map, so...
He's on the map. He's on the map. He's fine.
Ah, so Orin will kind of hang back. Okay.
Definitely. He's a squire.
And Gayla's blessed. Okay. So just a small point of order, you'd have to cast the guidance first, because guidance and bless are both concentration, but that's fine. So
I
Randall,
used it.
Turiel is not doing guidance. Or he's doing guidance. Shimigami and Gala are doing bless.
Yep, I got it.
Separate.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you rolled a 9 for your survival. You think it's a good night, Randall?
I'm sure it is. But I will go first that way because I would definitely try my own hand first, just because I would not want to have anybody falling on my conscience. And if it's my own fault, then I don't feel bad at all, other than this embarrassment.
What's a conscience?
Gala will stay up to hold to help with the rope to hold it to make sure it's okay. She wasn't planning on going down in armor.
Okay, well, this is the point where it's connected. So I guess, Gala, if you just shuffle to your left a little bit,
Got it.
that'd be a good spot. Yep, perfect. Yep. So given the rope, given the Gala, at Randall, you can make athletics or acrobatics at advantage.
At advantage?
Yeah, because you got a rope. So you slide down the rope, kind of like doing the abseil thing, kind of bouncing, 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 being webbed. Make me another creature. Another creatures. Oh, the creature. Oh, I got a roll to hit. Okay. All right. So you don't really see it, but some webs come shooting out from the side. I need to hit. Does a 15 hit, Randall?
It does not.
So the spider scuttles out, shoots the web at you, tries to get it, and then kind of scuttles back under the line of the cliffs. What do you do, Randall?
All right, so I'm on the edge of the web right now, right?
Yep. And the edge of the 50-foot pit too.
All right. Did I see it kind of come out when it tried to shoot me?
Yeah, it poked its head out and shot from range, so it's there.
Can I? I'm gonna see. I'm gonna kind of like tuck around this direction over here, a little bit away from the web on the edge, like that. I'm assuming I'm there. He's down below, right?
Last time you saw, well, you don't see him now, but last time you saw him, he was right underneath the cliff overhang.
Right. And then if someone else was to come down, if as soon as he pops his head up there, I'm gonna try to jump on him.
Okay.
All right, I'll go next.
Can we hold actions if it does pop its head out?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
Good call. I'll do the same. Hold an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Firebolt.
Vennick will hold arrows.
Okay.
Ready?
You're all blessed. Don't forget that.
All
So,
right.
Randall,
I'll
you let
start
go
doing
of the
it.
rope
All right.
and scurry around the edge of the cliff. Is that right?
Yes, and
It is very slippery, so I'm going to ask you to make an athletics or acrobatics check.
I was getting ready to say I was going to all of a sudden just kind of like after he kind of shot at me. I'm assuming it's kind of like fake initiative in this case, so I guess kind of have like a bonus action.
Sure, you can take a bonus action. I mean, things are kind of just before
Can't.
I think the need would be for initiative, because nobody really reacted and it retreated. So what do you want to do, Randall?
So almost like as a reaction and kind of like shimmying over, you'll just see Randall's face just get like stern and like angry. I'm tired of this. Just hiding in the shadows. Why can't I have the strength to save who I want? And when they say strength, the rune lights up and his whole armor starts to glow and Randall begins to grow.
Ooh.
And mechanically, this is this.
Okay, so the glow, a little glow there on Randall, and it gets big.
Gala, he has anger management issues.
There's something different about him today, yes.
Is there room down there for me now?
If Randall moves aside, there is.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
start
I'll
down.
move it basically where he has a spot.
Once again, slippery, so athletics or acrobatics. Depends whether you're held on or whether you're balanced.
And this is with advantage.
Okay, so you
Oh.
slip along the side and you're fine. 12 is good enough. And Shinigami, if you're abseiling down, make a athletics or acrobatics check at advantage. 12's good enough as you slide down here. And at that point, the spider's going to do something. It's going to reveal itself. So let's...
Roll for initiative.
All right.
Don't forget your NPC friends.
I guess it depends on its initiative. If it pops out when our prepared actions go off or not.
And Orin's on the go. He's ready.
Oh, Aaron, look at
Oh,
you.
look at Vennick. Says,
Yeah.
no, I'm on the go.
Yeah.
Well,
I missed last session. I'm ready.
I don't see the spider on there.
that's because it's hidden. But now it's there. And, actually... No, see, it had a prepared action as well. From under there. So we're just going to go in order. It has a prepared action as well. Was when somebody appeared here that it could get within its range, it would shoot. It's still pretty much mostly under the cliff, so it's going to have 3/4 cover, i.e. +5 to its AC. But Vennick, with your Shadakai reflexes, you get to go first. What do you do?
Nice. I'm gonna launch an arrow.
Sure.
Excuse me. All right. So here's my arrow. And I'm going to use one of my new things here, my superiority dice.
Sure.
Back to my feature, I'm going to use the menacing attack.
Okay.
When you hit with a weapon attack, you can expend one superiority dice to add to the total of the damage roll, and the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failure, it's frightened of you until the end of its next turn.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it's hit yet, because 14 misses due to its cover, but you do have Bless.
So I need to roll 1d4.
Yeah.
Okay. That.
So that would make it a 16. Yeah, unfortunately, it just recoils off the side of the cliff and misses. You just can't quite get it. And I think your superiority when you hit, so you haven't expended a dice yet.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so just take a shot. It misses, clatters off into the webs. Oren is next to go. What does Oren do?
Oren's going to watch everyone watch behind, make sure no one's coming from anywhere around here behind us. He's just going to be and take the dodge action,
Sure.
but keep an eye out.
So he's lookout, in other words, making sure there's no other spiders or anything else. Okay, great. Keeping an eye out for his... He's your squire and you're his... Like, what's the opposite of squire?
Knight.
You're his knight?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm the knight and you my squire, so yeah. I don't know what the opposite would be, I guess.
You're knight. Yeah, we'll go with knight. Okay, Randall. As you get tired of this subtle approach, you get big. What do you do?
So its head is out now, getting ready to do what it was getting ready to do, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump on it and try to grapple it.
Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. I'll tell you what it rolls. It rolls a 17.
All right. 18.
You have advantage because you're a big boy?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll say you reach over a big, gigantic hand and kind of wrap this creature. Actually, you're trying to jump on it. Tell you what, if you're going to jump on it, you kind of have to go into the webs to do that. I can't see how you'd do it otherwise. Is that cool?
Oh, that's fine. That's totally cool.
Okay, so...
I didn't say it was a smart idea. I just wanted to jump on it.
So you grab it kind of around the bulbous neck, grab hold of it, and kind of suplex over the top of it around here. We'll put you there so it's more that you're on it. And can you make me a strength check, please? Not athletics, just strength.
Okay, I still have these at advantage.
Okay, sure. Okay, so you get restrained briefly by the webs, but you bring around it and snap it across. Now the spider cannot move. And I'll say you move it from 3/4 cover to half cover, so it's only got +2 to its armor class now. So that's good. Well done. And I assume that will be your turn.
How much movement did it do? Did it take all my movement to do that, I guess?
If you're going to move, you're going to be getting... Well, first of all, it's difficult terrain. Second of all, it's going to be more tricky to move around because you might get restrained.
Right, the webs. Right.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like if I was to end my turn there, I would have to... That's why I'm kind of asking how much movement do I have?
I'll say 20 feet, but should be 10 feet in the web.
All right, so it's difficult terrain. Is there a way on the webs to get back onto the...
I could try climbing out this way.
ground? All right. If that's the case, I'm going to... let's see. It's got to come with me because I've got it grappled, right?
Uh-huh. You need to make
Difficult
me...
terrain.
You need to make me 2 strength checks at advantage to drag it out of the webbing. Because
Okay.
it's set 5 feet and then set 10 feet. So 2 strength checks at advantage.
2 strength checks. Boosh. Boosh.
Boosh.
21.
Yep.
And again.
And again, yeah, for the next 5 feet. 15 and 19. Ugh. You drag the spider up.
You almost like hear him just rip that sucker out of the web.
Okay, so just grabbing it and pulling it out from the cover with sheer force of will. Gala, you're up.
Gala is going to keep her hand on the rope for now, and she will throw a dagger at the monster.
14. 15. I'd say it's at disadvantage because of the range. It's at least 50 feet.
Okay. Let's see if I can. Didn't think about that, but that's totally fine. Whippy.
You miss and it just get caught up in the foliage of the trees.
Let me delete my dagger. That's gone. Good thing I have 2.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Okay, so still holding on to the rope, still concentrating. Sting Fang, which is his name, gets pulled out. And... I'm going to do 2 things. First of all, it's going to shoot a web at Shinigami. And does a 20 hit Shinigami?
Yep.
Okay, so the web shoots out. And you're restrained? Restrained. So any attacks against you are at advantage. And any attacks the other way at disadvantage. So it's a bad place to be. And it's going to turn around and bite Randall. That's an 18 hit, Randall.
Just hits.
Just. Okay.
However, I'm going to, as he goes in and it almost like it's going to just pierce right into the armor, I'm going to use my reaction. And this will happen. Oop. Come on. Get over there. Oh no! I thought you were going to do this right. All right, it's going to be a cloud rune, so I just had to put this, I guess, in there.
Oh, wall of text. Cloud rune.
Oh gosh, let me just good gosh.
Maybe copy the bit in. Oh my goodness, it's bigger than I thought.
Yeah. Hold on, let me copy and paste the right part.
Sure.
Wow, that's a wall of text.
When a creature you can see is hit where you can reach it and choose a different creature within 30 feet of you other than the attacker. So who's it attacking?
This creature. The Manticore.
The Manticore. When your creature gets hit by an attack, you evoke the rune and choose. So the rune magic enables this bite to go onto the Manticore instead.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
So let me scroll up. So I'll get the Manticore to make a Constitution saving throw then. Where we go. So Manticore Constitution saving throw rolls a 6, so it fails. So it's going to take the full damage. Scroll past this wall of text to see what it was. 11. And as it gets bit, the Manticore and starts shaking around in the net.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so it'll go right there.
That's right. Spider bites you. Attack spider.
And it goes to claw you as well, Randall. Oh, no, it doesn't. It goes to claw you. Rolling a 9, so that one's going to miss. Timely the Owl. What do you do?
Timely is just going to hang close to me. It's too dangerous out there right now.
Sure. And Mistil?
Mistle is going to do a firebolt at the spider.
Okay, sure.
Let's see. Did I do it?
11 misses, but I don't remember. I think Mistil wasn't blessed. Is that right? Not the NPCs.
Oh, correct. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
not. Yep.
So she sends out the firebolt. I got a Toriel! And she shoots, and it misses. And it burns a very rare type of moss. It's all of a sudden on the extinct species. She's an eco-terrorist.
Oh, no.
Okay, Bess!
Gonna point the scythe at it as this ball of black with purple swirling energy starts to form and shoot an Eldritch Blast at it.
Sure.
Spider?
Spider, yep. That'll hit.
Okay. Dama. 6 force.
6 force. Okay, yeah, 23 hits for sure. Okay. The Sting Fang is not liking this. He's getting a lot of attention all of a sudden. Hoping for an easy kill. Toriel.
Toriel is also going to do a firebolt. She's going to be try to careful aim. She doesn't want to damage any of the trees. Worried
Sure.
about that. Yeah.
19 hits even without the bless. And
Okay.
9 points of fire damage.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And that will be her turn.
Okay, the Manticore, having been woken up by this attack by the Ettercap, the Sting Fang, is going to try and break free, using an action to break free. And it does. And it immediately flies. How far can it fly? 30 feet up in the air. Just go straight up as it breaks free. And that'll be its turn. Shinigami.
All right, do I have to use an action to break free?
Yep.
All right, well, we're going to try this because what the hell, why not? Spider, you underestimate my power. Or maybe you don't because I'm only level 3, but we'll see.
Ugh. You force each creature of your choice to make a wisdom saving throw. Does this include the Manticore?
If it's within 30 feet.
Oh,
yeah.
it's not. It's not. It's up in the air.
Yeah, it was. I think it was when it was on the web, but
Yeah, but it's up now. Turns out it is taking your word for it, and it kind of cowers back, trying to pull its 8 legs away from you. It is frightened of you, Jimmy. Frightened
Sweet.
of Shinigami, at least.
so there's that at least. So it has the frightened condition.
Yeah. So disadvantage on all sorts of stuff as long as it sees you. Yeah, and then can save at the end of its turn. Okay, cool. So despite the fact that you're webbed up, you look very, very ominous. Okay. It's your turn, Shinigami.
Yeah. No bonus actions, not really bonus actions. So no.
Okay, Vennick.
Can I see this is the Manticore?
Yep, it broke free from the web. It is now 30 feet up in the air.
Is it attacked?
Not yet. It's just broken free.
Okay.
You would have seen a rune of the spider kind of come out and attack it, so it's known as attack as a spider at this point in time. So none of us have attacked it.
Got it.
Hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna attack the spider.
Okay.
And is it too late for me to use a different maneuver? I didn't expend. I intended to use a maneuver, but what if I choose to do a different one? Can I do that? Or
Sure,
no?
absolutely. Yeah, use battle maneuvers
All right.
however you like.
All right. I'm going to use my precision attack instead because I want to make sure I hit him.
Mhm.
So
You can do it after you roll, by the way.
Yeah. So I'll
Yeah.
roll the hit first. I'm still
Yeah.
blessed also, right? So let's do
Yep.
that first. All right, so here's that. I'm gonna roll it twice.
15 will hit anyway, so you're good.
Perfect. Okay. All right then. So let me go over to my. Sorry, let me do the damage. And then I think I can apply. So since I didn't need the precision attack, then I will take the maneuver and use it to a menacing attack.
Sure. So at the very least, you get a D8 additional damage from the menacing attack.
All right, so I'm going to do that. This is new for me, so I'm
Sure.
Okay. All right, so 5, and then he has a DC 13 for wisdom, or he's frightened.
Well, he's
already
doubly
frightened, Jeff. Already frightened.
He's already frightened.
Yep. You do a
I mean,
tripping
he could be
attack.
frightened of you too, I guess, but
Yeah, it would be a frightened of me, right? So if he's frightened of me, he's not going to come closer to me or attack me. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Oops. Okay. Oops. There we go. He's doubly frightened of both you guys, and it's kind of skittering around, is not knowing where to go. These very menacing
something's
people
happening.
around.
all right, that's my turn.
Okay. Cool. Aaron continues with his lookout.
Yeah, he'll move into the brush more after the Metacor's taken into things, so he's out of sight a little bit more.
Sure.
He'll go right over there, but keep an eye out.
Okay. Randall.
All right. Randall, grappling, holding him, trying to pin the spider down, draws the sword, and tries to jab it right into the back of the spider.
Okay.
I don't get any kind of advantage because it's frightened of Shinigami, is it?
No,
It's only Shinigami that gets the advantage.
No. It'll get disadvantage on its attacks. That's how it works.
Oh. Okay.
and ability checks, if that matters.
Okay. Ooh, that does matter. 20 hits.
All right. And I also get to add a D6 on top of this. And I also have the dueling feat, so that and it needs to add another 2 to that. And here comes the D6. I'll just roll it in the chat. Trying to find it on D&D Beyond. Oh,
Ooh,
there we go.
6, nice.
As he kind of pulls back around there, and he'll kind of go back again after like pulling the sword out from its back, and almost like in a fit of rage, I'm not losing anyone else, and he'll action surge and drive it right straight to the back again.
Oh, nice. It's almost like your kitty cat raging.
There might be a little bit of a
Let's get you a rage.
similarity.
Oh, there we go.
Natural 20!
14.
That is 16 points of damage.
Okay. Oh, it's looking rough. Okay. I don't see how you can attack and maintain the grapple, though. Unless you got something special to do that.
No.
No, okay, so the grapples break. It's still there, and it's still terrified of everything at this point. But Gayla, your turn.
All right. Gayla's going to see the Manticore and the spider and how dangerous it is, and she's going to say, gotta save Bryn, and then she'll, as a bonus action, she'll, all of a sudden, these luminous wings will extend from her body, these angel wings, and they're grayish with some black and white feathers. And not white, they're not black, it's gray and
Wait,
kind
what?
of a unusual color. She's got a radiant soul, and I'm just making the wings not be like, that's a lot to read also, but at the very end of it, it's she gets 2 luminous wings, spectral shoot from her back. She's an Azamar.
Ah,
But they're grayish wings. They're not white and they're not black. They're gray with little whites and what do you call it? Black feathers. And then
Sure.
she's going to dash to get to there and hover and fly just above the webs to where Bryn is.
okay.
And that's her action and bonus action.
Nice.
And she's flying just above the webs down where she's at.
As you get there, you
It's
hear
not-
a slight mumble. My name's Byra. My name's Byra.
Myra. What do I call her? Bryn? Yeah.
Bryn.
And she'll, it's not concentration, so she keeps the bless.
Okay,
She'll
cool.
start flying.
Okay, so Stingfang's turn. Right next to Randall, afraid of Shinigami. And Vennick. Gonna swing. Nah. Swing around there. Shinigami, you can have a heck of opportunity if you want.
Okie doke.
Levin's going to miss, but maybe hit with your bless. $14 hits. So 6 slashing damage as it turns its back on you. Grabs hold of Byra. And is going to just try to descend 20 feet into the webbing. I think... Yeah, she's using Byra as a shield from you, Gala. But Randall, you can have an attack of opportunity. That misses, but
wait,
maybe
I'm
with
blessed
your
too.
bless. Maybe with your bless. Haven't worked it out. Her AC's 14, not 13.
No miss.
And so she scuttles down into the webbing a good 20 feet down, taking Byro with her. She's figures she's overmatched, and she's going to have a free lunch, and she zooms down into the webbing. Timely.
Oh boy, that's not good. Timely is going to stay there. Yeah, we'll just have her stay there.
Okay, cool. Mistil.
Mistle, she's going to. Is there a chance that she might accidentally hit Byra?
On a natural one, yes.
Okay, it's oh my gosh, we can't let the spider eat her. She's gonna do a firebolt.
And I'm going to say because of the angle when she's ducked down, it's a +5 to her AC. So
Okay.
18s, but no bless. So Mistle fires out the firebolt, misses everything, which is kind of good, as Stingfang continues to send down with Byra. Bass.
So, Stingfang is just 20 feet down in the web, but there's still webs like below that.
Make a perception check. Oh.
Sure. Well, I mean, I have 120 feet of dark vision, and it goes through magical darkness, if that matters.
That's a pretty poor roll, my friend.
Yep. No.
So you're not sure?
Not sure. No regards for this child that wandered off, so I'm gonna fire at the spider.
Okay.
For Eldritch Blast. There we go.
I say since you're a bit closer, it gets +2 to its AC. And that'll be enough. Yeah, that'll be enough, especially with Bless. So that one will hit.
8 force.
Yeah, it was
And-
an arrow. Eldritch Blast.
Just in case the mana core decides to try to blow us off the cliff, let's retreat back to there.
Sure. Okay, so you see black ichor leaking out of
And-
Stinkfang. Yep.
Toriel and Vennick would see that this looks like normal bass so far. The crazy side has not emerged.
Normal bass.
That's a new side of bass. I'm happy to see it.
What's happening?
Okay. All right, so that's Bass's turn. Toriel.
So the dancing lights were still down there. Did because I can see the bar, so I don't want to metagame. But would Toriel think that the spider was pretty beat up? What she could see?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't think I would ever use this, but Toriel's going to cast Sleep with a 90-foot range at second level, and she's going to do it so it Byra, if she can, Byra is out of the square, so it would just hit the spider. Here's the thing, and then so I get it would be 778.
Oh, you can choose the creature. Creatures.
Okay. Okay.
Creatures within 20 feet, you choose. Okay.
Okay.
So you choose Byra?
No, I choose the spider. That is the worst additional roll, but 32. Wow. I'm glad I
It's a heck of a first roll, though.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
that's got to be
Wow.
yeah, way above average, yeah.
Well, first of all, puts the spider to sleep unless it's immune to sleep, which it's not. Now the webs did only go to. There's a slim chance Byra is going to fall as the spider let go of them because they're right at the bottom of the web. I am going to have her good friend Randall roll this. Roll a d6 and don't roll a 6. D6 and don't roll a 6. So the spider goes to sleep, and Byra is just hanging on by a thread. The webs wrap around her ankles, and she's kind of dangling upside down. All right. Now Manticore. Is Manticore going to be a dick? On a 6 he is. No, he's going to get the hell out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just flies away. Shinigami. Still restrained. The web doesn't go away.
Yep, I'll have to use my action to break myself free.
Okay, make a strength check. D20 plus your strength modifier. Oh, DC was 11, so you just make it.
Alright, well, I can't really climb down because I used my rope to get down to this part. So, yeah, I'm kind of stuck on a ledge.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I got nothing. I'll hold an action. If it comes back within range, then I'll melee attack it. But
is anybody attacking the Manticore? I think we can drop out of initiative order then. The spider's asleep.
Gas would blast the spider before sleep wears off, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure, make an attack roll, Bass.
well, we're going to grab Byra first,
Yeah,
right?
Gala's going to fly down there with her wings and scoop her up and fly her back up to the top.
Okay. Yep. Then we should just unload on the sleeping spider.
Bass gets in there first, fires off his Eldritch Blast. And what's the damage?
17 to hit. That is a 12 damage.
Spider dies.
Well done, guys. That was great.
And you're flying down. You're but it's not as easy as that, Gala, because there's webs there.
Oh, she'll cut the web. She does an extra 2 damage with her radiant damage with her sword, so she'll cut the webs as she goes down to get to her.
I'll whack at whatever webs I can too.
I
Just
will
to cut through
point
the
out.
webs to get to her.
I will point out she's dangling by her ankles very precariously.
Okay.
Then I won't blindly whack. I'll let you figure it out.
I'll just kind of whack the stuff that's in my way to get down. I mean, because I have, if there's any holes anywhere I can go, and just kind of swoop around to get to it if I can.
Sure. Well, you can get. Where is Gala? Oh, Gala.
Oh,
over here.
I think
moved her
you
back
deleted
up.
her with the spider.
I moved her back up.
Oh, fire.
Okay, so you oh, what about this? So you cut through to get like beside her?
To get down to her, yeah. Just anything that's in the way, I'll fly through the web as best I can, then cut the web as I go. My sword.
Okay, let's say you cut right through the web, and you can fly around freely beneath the web, and you see Byra just dangling there. What do you do?
I'll fly to her to grab her.
Roll a d20 and don't roll a natural one, Daniel. She doesn't slip through your fingers. Okay, and you've got her, and I assume you bring her back to the top.
Yeah.
Like kind of where
Yeah, of
Bass
course.
is. Cool. Okay,
And then I'll fold my wings back in.
sure.
Or not fold them, make them disappear because they're spectral.
Cool. Okay. So she's still, she's obviously alive. She's not breathing though. She's not moving, sorry. She is breathing, but she's not conscious.
I'll climb
can I-
back up the rope. I can do lay hands on her.
Can I bound up the rope?
Yeah. How long does your Mr. Big last, by the way?
I'm in it.
Oh, let's say by the time this all goes, you go back to normal Randall size. Okay, and someone was laying hands on her?
Yeah, I can lay hands on her.
Her eyes flicker open, and she looks up and sees Shinigami. What the hell? And she scuttles back.
Pyra!
What? Oh, Randall! Oh my goodness! And she just, still a little hesitant, she goes the long way, avoiding Shinigami, and gives Randall a big hug. Oh, well, thank you, Randall. I thought I was dead. Thank you.
Pyra, you know better than to go off by yourself. Why didn't you wait for me or someone else?
I wanted to do it by myself to prove to my parents that I'm an adventurer of note, but maybe I should just stick to cooking cookies in the Halfling's Treasure Bakery. I don't know.
Pyra, you don't know better than that. You have a heart of adventurer, but sometimes being an adventurer is knowing your limits.
You're right, Randall. I just want to go home.
Well, and you can almost see this finally almost like the sternness that's been on Randall's face the entirety of the trip up here has kind of started melting away just slightly now. It's almost to a point of like finally something went right for a change. And I don't think anybody really has to roll an insight check for that. I think that would be pretty evident on his face at the moment.
Sure. I know you're pretty amazing, Randall, but I know it just wasn't just you. You brought friends, and well, you're a bit of a spooky guy, mister. Thanks for healing me. And thanks to all of you. You guys are awesome.
You're welcome, Byra. It's really nice to meet you. I've heard all sorts of good things about you.
Oh, what sort of good things?
Well, that you're very adventurous, obviously, as we see here.
Adventurous, yeah, foolhardy maybe. You look like a clever woman. What do you think I should do? Continue hunting monsters or become a baker like my parents?
Well, um, going off alone is definitely dangerous. So if you can, if you can find some fellow adventuring friends, that would be a good first step. And then maybe start small and build up. I mean, manticores are very dangerous. So I don't know, every once in a while you hear about these giant rats and things, and I don't know, maybe down in people's basements. I don't know. You could do something like that with your adventuring friends. But yeah, start small.
All right. That's good advice. Um, thanks everyone. I just want to go home. Can you guys come with me back to Oathbreaker?
That sounds like a good idea. Though we may need to stop and rest for a minute.
It's kind of dark.
Yeah. It would be curious. I mean, I don't want to do it, and I'm happy to move on. But you never know. There might be something down in that spider's lair that could help us and down the road. You know what? I'm gonna send Timely down to just above the webs so she doesn't get caught. But she's gonna go down there and just kind of see with her keen senses.
Sure. Make a perception check at advantage.
All right. Perception. Oops. I'm just gonna roll twice. I might roll. Oh, it did. Okay, 17.
Nothing of note does Timely see.
Okay. Well, there may be nothing down there.
Young one, I know you want to get back. We have drudged such a long way through the day and night. We need to rest before we take you back.
Where do we rest, mister? In the forest?
Yes, dirty as it may be here in the forest.
What do you think, Randall? Is that a good idea? Oops.
As long as we keep set up a watch. This is why you travel with a group. That way you can look out after night. Watch each other's backs.
Okay. So it sounds like you guys are setting up for the night?
Yeah. If we can find a place that has kind of like in the shelter of the forest with one opening, I could set up an alarm to warn us if something comes.
Sure.
There's a pretty nice looking camp over there into the right corner over there. I'm saying.
Oh yeah, Jesus! There's one around already.
Mechanically, that's an hour away, just the way it is.
Huh?
But
I figured that, but I just kind of pointed it out. I was like, "What is a nice little camp just right across the road? How convenient!"
An hour's not that long to travel. We can probably make it back to the camp and stay there for the night.
That's true. An hour's not too long.
We were on the point of exhaustion when we found this child. An hour could break us.
How long has it been in, Mike? Is it like midnight? Is it 1 a.m.? Is it 11 a.m.? What time is it?
like 11 p.m.?
Yeah, we should rest.
I was like, Malcolm did say that we were on the verge of exhaustion when we came across the waterfall.
Yeah.
Oh,
we need
okay.
to rest.
I missed that. So yeah, let's rest then.
Yeah, let's rest definitely.
Okay, so we'll say you find a camp, a camping site, and Toriel, you're casting alarm.
Yeah, I'm going to cast alarm in the what looks like the most likely place that someone would come.
Sure.
Virtually cast, huh?
And let's choose Daniel. Roll me a d20. So you set up camp for the evening. The alarm is done with a little, you see, Toriel lie, a silver silver thread around. You set up watches if you like, unless there's any conversations people want to have or anything they want to do. The night will actually go uneventfully thanks to a 13 from Gala.
How old is Byra?
In human years, 15.
Okay. Are halflings the same as humans when it comes to that?
That's what I meant.
Yes.
The equivalent in halfling years, whatever those are, she's a 15-year-old. So,
Okay.
so just the equivalent of a 15-year-old human. That far developed.
I would probably make some kind of like subtle jab at Byra. I was like, just imagine, if I hadn't have found you, what would Christophilus would have done? And he kind of winks at her.
And she blushes and smiles. Well, shall we head back? I'm kind of keen to get home.
Yeah.
Yes, let's me just clean ourselves off. We have to be available for presentation at any time that is needed. And I'll just prestidigitation everybody from the sleeping outdoors, the dust and the grime
Sure.
and stuff.
Everybody becomes sparkly clean. And you start heading back. And you come to the lumberjack camp. And they all are dead and have spikes in them.
What?
What's that? Oh, they have spikes. Oh no. Ah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I
no.
wanted to kill that thing.
Well, they hadn't seen
Oh,
it.
the Manicore. Oh, okay. I thought like spikes in the ground and their heads were on them, like.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking too originally. I was like, oh my. Kind of chicanery
man.
came on here.
They're not heads on the spikes,
yes.
no.
Oh no.
Well, we need to track that down, but we can't. Yeah, we can't let that stand. But we need to get Byra home.
We
Yes,
can
nothing
inform
can
Rowan
be-
on the way back, the ranger and the council, and they have hunting parties.
They do?
Yes, nothing can be done for the dead. On our way, we must make haste.
Galen will say, "Wait, we must." How many dead are there?
I'll say 5.
Oh, so Gaila, you have to get back for the games.
I have a day or so at least. Right.
Oh, well,
I don't know.
I mean-
Malcolm, another day or so, or not? How long do I have?
I mean, we could, because this village is relatively, I mean, would be safe, right? The village is safe enough.
Oh, yeah, but it's a village where people leave it. It's a logging community, so people leave all the time to go into the forest where you found the manticore. And to answer your question, Daniel, if you went back to Oathbreaker today, get there with the nighttime, it'll be happening on the evening.
No,
So do
we
you-
have to go.
Oh, so we have to go. Oh, for you,
Yeah.
you'd have to go. Okay.
I'd have to go, and we can tell Rowan on the way. They have hunting parties. There's a hunting lodge actually here, a royal hunting lodge as well. But there's
Oh, no, sorry, one more day. You have a full day. So you travel there, rest up for the day. The next evening is the ball. Sorry.
Well, I'm just wondering then, if we shouldn't try to hunt this manticore down, and if the road is safe, we could send Mistel and Oren with Byra to get back home. I don't know. Was that all who was with us? The Oren and Mistel?
Yeah.
Okay. With one of the, not by themselves, but one of the a group traveling back to Oathbreaker. Just an idea, but I just don't like the thought of this manicore flying around killing when we had a chance to kill it.
Well, don't feel too guilty about it. We had our hands full with other things, and it's a creature doing what creatures do.
And I'm confident Rowan and his that the hunting party would be able to deal with that manicore. It'd also be good for them to know that they're out there and where the nests are, so that he can get a better. She needs to better control her own land, and be kind of indignant about it. She needs to know it's here. She should have known anyways.
Now, Correct me.
Yes.
Sorry, correct me if I'm wrong, but the other two things that I have to do, they're still north, anyways, right? We have to go back north. Don't we have to go to like the monastery or something? Or am I misremembering?
The thing.
No, the other thing was the seaside of the in Odenbeer.
There was a missing guy called Drax Tightlips, and he was talking about a great treasure, and he's been boasting that he's going to come into a big score, and he just vanished in the same way that Byra has. So you've asked to go to the seaside.
And it was at the Sea Gate, if I remember right.
Yeah, he like
The Fish Gate. Yeah, the seabed. That's it.
the seabed over here in the seabed.
Okay, so it was back in town. All right, so sorry, I misremembered.
Sure, no problem.
Yes, this is maybe one thing that your family can do right is to stop this beast. Let's be on our way. We have our task. Stab at your uncle, not at you.
So you head back to Willow Creek.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Okay, you're back at Willow Creek. Takes about an hour or so, but you arrive safe enough back into the farming district.
We'd probably head to the council to inform Rowan, I think, about what's going on in her territory.
Okay, so you go back into the council chambers. Your uncle is no longer there. Maybe they've got time to end their negotiation. Oh, yes, Gala. Oh, I see you found Byra. Congratulations.
Yes, and there was a manicore in your domain here. You need to keep better tabs on what's happening here. You don't know everything.
Well, then.
Yes, there's 5 dead because you are idiot and don't know how to defend your lands.
I'd be a bit more careful in you choosing your words, good sir.
I don't have to be careful of shit with my status.
Your status?
Yes.
I don't think arrogance counts as a status.
Oh, but it does.
No, it doesn't.
I'm gonna stare at him.
You couldn't hunt this creature down? You saw it, but you didn't attack it? Didn't defeat it, Gala? Am I hearing this
we were
correctly?
too intent on saving Byra. There was a giant spider in a waterfall, and the beast took off while I was flying down to rescue this fair halfling. And while I was doing that, it had left and retreated.
And the decision you made cost 5 people their lives? Am I understanding you correctly?
At the time, it was just 1 at risk, not 5. I did not know what the beast would do. Beasts do what beasts do. Regardless, 5 are dead, and you should find you probably would want to take a hunting party to find this beast's lair and find if it has children that would do further damage to Willow Creek.
Well, of course. We will clean up the mess that you made.
You mean that you allow to happen in your lands, good sir?
He just
Can I insight?
ignores Bass, just not giving Bass any attention. Yep, what do you want to insight, Randall?
Just kind of the way that it's the kind of like jabbery and stuff like that. Are they kind of more deflecting of because they don't want to take necessarily responsibility, or is it more just trying to dig at Gala?
Sure. Definitely having a dig at Gala.
Okay.
Apparently they got some sort of history that is simmering, shall we say. Yes, we'll clean up your mess, Gala. Just... Do I need to get you another escort to Odin Beer, or are you going to go willingly this time?
And she'll ignore the comment, and she'll just say, "Please protect Willow Creek. It is dear to me."
Oh, it is
But
dear to me too.
you don't know your decisions. You don't know everything.
Oh, I do my best to know what I can. Well, we will deal with it. Unless there's any other business, any other creatures you've unleashed that you wish me to deal with, you can be on your way.
Gala won't respond. She'll just turn heel and walk out.
Okay. Okay. So with Gala leading the way, you leave Willow Creek. And Barra says, "Can we go now?"
Yes, we probably should get you home. Your parents are about to worry themselves to death.
So you make the way along the King's Road, returning back to Oathbreaker. At the gate, though, there's a usual guards there. And the guard says, Toriel, I believe your name is, in Mr. That's you, correct?
Yes, that's me.
Yes, the king and queen would like to see you. We have a royal summons. I suggest you make haste to the palace.
Oh, wow. I am honored. I didn't even know they knew I existed.
Well, apparently they have some sort of business with you, so make haste.
Okay.
Toriel,
Yes, Bass.
if this is about the school, maybe I shall accompany you along.
I was just gonna ask if you all wouldn't mind coming along. I don't know what this is about, but
The king and queen were very specific. It's for Toriel and Mr. alone. I would not suggest going to the palace uninvited.
ooh, okay. Well, Bass, I guess we just have to go by ourselves then.
Remember what I told your parents. Keep that in mind.
I will. Thank you.
So you scurry
Okay,
off to the palace, Toriel?
Mister, we better get going. This sounds important.
Okay, so what are the rest of you doing? We'll start with Bass. What's Bass gonna do?
Bass is going to go scope out the abandoned Gorso Manor and see if he can start gathering information on how to get it not so abandoned anymore. Hire maybe some groundskeepers and some house cleaners.
Sure. So we have Toriel at the palace. Bass at Corso Manor. Well, anybody's 39, so...
I was like, here's my notes. Yeah, 39.
Okay, what about Vennick? What's Vennick going to do?
I think Vennick's going to ask Bask if, do you mind if I tag along with you?
Remind me, Vennick, are you nobility?
Oh no, I'm not.
It's
nobility.
okay. Just act like you're a servant or something, just to get past the guards. I'm not trying to demean you, but I don't want to deal with those assholes any more than I have to.
Understood. I think I can blend in.
Okay, cool. Shinigami.
I'm gonna head to the halls of the lawgiver to check in with the Red Cloaks and
Okay.
exchange information.
Randall?
I'm going to accompany Byra to the Halfling Treasure.
Okay,
I think that's where she's from.
she is. Get that 5 gold exactly. The Halfling Treasury is... Oh, it's somewhere over here. We'll just drag you here. If someone can find it, that'd be great. I can't find it. Okay. Cool. For Golfer. And
Number 20 for the Halfling Treasury.
number 20. Thank you. Okay, now where's 20? I can't see 20.
Up here at the
For
top.
you.
Oh, I was way off. Okay, so Randall up there with Byra and Gayla. I'm gonna skip Gayla. What's Gayla doing?
Gala would head back to Ronell Manor 28 and check up on the party plans, like if there's food to be ordered, or if there's musicians to be paid, or whatever the duties that she has for the ball that she's planning. Just to follow up with that and clean up.
Okay, cool. So, just check something. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to start with Vennick and Bess outside of Gorso Manor. It is quite dark at the moment, and there's no lights or anything coming from. Let's see. Sorry, I'm doing 10 things at once. There's no lights from the inside of the manor. The foliage is getting a bit overrun. Yeah, and you approach. Last time you tried the door locked, it was locked. Well, it wasn't locked; it just wouldn't open. So, what do you guys do?
Oh, Vennick. Seems the grandfather has forgotten about his house here and has let it get overrun. Would you mind helping me pry the door open? This is my birthright after all.
Of course.
Okay, so you approach the door, and you're going to try and open it together. I'll tell you what, both of you make athletics check. We'll do it that way.
Oh, sorry.
Doesn't move. And just then, Vennick. Well, let's see if it hits first, says the DM ominously. So your passive perceptions were not good enough to beat their sneak. You feel a long sword digging into the small of your... Oh, it rolls a 13. That's terrible.
Yes.
And you turn around and you see a cloaked figure just stabs you into the back. Completely misses with a 13. But you two need to roll me initiative.
Roll for initiative.
All right. Let's do this.
And they'll roll for initiative too. Okay. So who's first to act? Bass. You turn around and see this figure take a wild swing at Vennick, and Vennick sees it at the last moment, dodges out the way. What do you do?
You'll see the scythe will appear, and then all of a sudden you'll see that kind of switch kind of turn. You come to play? Let's see how you taste.
Okay, Doug, you've got me a little scared, to be honest. An 18 misses.
What?
18 misses. Okay. And should have done this first, but it does not affect that roll, so that's fine. I will bonus action Hexblade's Curse the figure.
Oh, okay, just a sec, I'm screwing up his stats. Oh no, sorry, no, 18 hits. 18 hits.
18 hits. Okay.
Yep.
So, 10 slashing damage. This is magical, if that matters.
Does.
And, Vennick, I don't know if you've ever seen this, or if you do see this, but the slash that happens, the blood then absorbs into the scythe. So I don't know if you see it or not, but... Passive Perception 14. No, you definitely see that. You definitely notice that the blood doesn't splat anywhere. It gets absorbed into the weapon.
Right. Making a mental note.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I'll bonus action Hexblade's Curse, which I should have done first, but that's okay.
Sure.
And that's my turn.
Okay. So this mysterious figure pulls off her... Well, she's still in the hood. And she says, "The mothers send their regards. And they suggest that they think you should have stayed dead. We won't be making that mistake again." And she brandishes a longsword, swings it at you. Oh, rolls a 7. You dodge out the way of that one again. But then she swings with her longsword a second time. This time rolling a 21 as it cuts across you for 8 points of slashing damage. Vennick. And then just as you're getting ready to parry her blow, she comes again with a short sword from her offhand and cuts you across the chest for another 7 points of damage. Yes, this time we'll make sure you stay dead. Vennick.
Sorry, I'm doing my hit points. That hurt. I did not like that. Okay, I'm going to use
15
a
total.
bonus action.
Yep.
I'm going to use my Blessing of Raven Queen, and I'm going to move 30 feet away from her. So I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to be behind her. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That'll put me to here.
Cool.
So she just sees me disappear, doesn't really know that I'm behind her. I'm going to launch some arrows now.
Sure.
So here, oops, got to hit the right thing. Arrow.
Sure. 17, I think 17 hits. Yes, 17 hits.
All right. So I'm going to do that in damage, and then I will expend a superiority dice, and I will do. Get back over that feature. I am going to use the disarming attack.
On her longsword or her short sword? She's wearing both of them. She's got both of them.
Ah, damn it. All right, well, I can only do one, so I guess I'll go for the longsword.
Okay, when you hit the creature with a... You can expand... So, first of all, you get to roll a d8 for extra damage.
Okay.
That happens regardless.
D8.
Oh, nice. So, 7 points of damage. When you hit a creature with a... target must make a strength saving throw. So, get it to make a strength saving throw. And we'll see if it's close, and we'll think about DCs. She was a 16?
Yep, needs a 13.
She kind of parries the arrow away and doesn't manage to connect.
Okay, that's all I can do.
She grins as she's parries arrows. ready to die now, Vennick. Oh,
You're just too much talk.
Bass.
He's not alone.
Yeah, that hits. Don't forget your hunter's mark.
No, it's a little different. Hexblade's Curse, it's just whatever my proficiency bonus is. So just
sure.
plus 2 damage to this. So 11 total.
She really gets hacked across the back. And she turns around to you in your direction, Bass, and says, "It's not you that we need dead." And rushes over to Vennick. You can have attack of opportunity if you like, Bass.
Absolutely. Oh, ugh.
Parries across with a long sword. You should have stayed dead, Vennick. We saw you fall. You should have stayed down. She swings a long sword. Rolls an 11. You parry it easily. Swings a long sword again. A 16, Vennick?
Yep, that will hit.
Right across the chest for 7 slashing damage.
So because I have the blessing of the Raven Queen, that's half.
Oh, that's 3 damage. It's a good point.
Okay.
And then as you recall back from that, when she takes a short sword and tries to push it up through your stomach. Ooh, and she does. And 6 points of damage. And she gives it in and gives a bit of a twist. You still up, Vennick?
Three times?
Oh, yep,
Okay.
3.
All right.
Still up?
Yep, still up. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Vennick, now your turn.
All right. Wow, she's doing me up pretty good. But I'm gonna keep my my spirits up. I'm gonna that's the best that you got, bitch. And I'm going to do a blessing of the Raven Queen again.
Oh, okay.
And I will materialize back over next to Bass. And I will launch another arrow at her. There you go. Oh, good lord.
She just sees it coming, moves slightly to the left, comes back, and it sails on past her. She says, "That was your last chance, Vennick. Time to die." Bass.
Okay.
Oh, in case it's...
I'll
put her a hit point bar on, just so you can see.
What does this lady look like human, elf?
Human.
Human. Okay. All right. So that answers the question. And hold on. My character seems to be locked in a wall, Malcolm.
Where do you want to go? Up to her?
Up to her, yeah. On the Well, you
should be able to move yourself from there, so yeah.
Perfect. Yep, that's fine. Just maniacally laughing. Playtime. Oh, that was a 17 rolled off to a 3. Okay, so that's that. Do I have a bonus? Nope, I don't. So, yeah, that's the turn.
Swings round and comes back for Vennick. Attack of opportunity if you like. Bass?
Absolutely.
18 hits.
Get her.
Plus another 2, that's 12 total damage.
She recoils back as blood spurts from her back as you slash across it. But she has eyes only for Vennick. And she comes back with a long sword. Rolls a natural 20.
Natural 20!
For 12 points of damage, reduced to 6 because of your blessing. How's Vennick
still
holding
up.
it? Still up.
Still up, but barely, yeah.
Swings again with her long sword, this time rolling a 13, which misses. And then she goes to finish you off with a short sword, trying to gut you with it. A slash across the midriff. And she hits with a 23 for 5 points of damage, reduced to 2 because of the blessing.
I'm still up. What? I got 1 hit point.
1 hit
We
point.
live in.
Awesome.
Is it? Do I need to refresh? It doesn't look like my character on the map is tracking the right numbers. Do you guys see my hit points as 1?
So you're 1 of 28.
Yep, I see.
There we go.
I just updated it. Okay, so
Yep.
Vennick's looking bad. This time you will die. Vennick.
Well, I can't get away from her.
No more teleports?
No, I unfortunately do not. I only have the 2. Okay.
Oh,
So, what was that?
I'm mumbling to myself.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna do this as a. Oh no, I guess I can't. I misunderstood. Second wind, I have to take a short rest to use that. That wouldn't work, right? Okay, never mind.
No, we had a long rest before we got here.
Yeah, you slept through the night. You can absolutely do a second wind.
You can bonus action second win.
Okay, all right. I will do that. So that gives me a 1d10 plus 3. So I will do that to try to heal myself. Let's see, 1d10. So plus 3, so 8. So I'm back to 9. Might be able to withstand 1 blow from her. Okay, so that was my bonus, and now I will attack her. I'm going to attack her with my short sword. And here we go.
20 hits.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think I might know what the problem is. I spelled Vennick 2 different ways. Let me just fix that. Vennick, hopefully that'll update.
Oh, yeah.
Vennick. Well, I'll fix that post-session, but I think that's what it is. They spelled slightly differently. One with a CK, one with a K. Anyway, you swing with your short sword. 5 piercing damage after you do your second wind. And that's 5 plus your level, right? So that should have been 8. Did you get 8 points back?
I did get 8 points back.
Excellent,
Yes, I'm
excellent.
at 9 now. Yep.
So she is looking really, really bad as you slaughter. As you slice her, cut her, and she looks really, really bad. But she's on the point of madness. She wants you dead so badly. Bass, she looks hurt.
So, yeah, the maniacal laughter, it's still kind of there. It kind of slows down, and then in like just a really unsettling voice, and his eyes kind of flare with flickers of kind of purple going through. Purgatory shall not be ignored! As he rushes in.
Sure.
Oh, man.
Swing and a miss. She dodges out of it. In fact, she puts up a short sword,
shall
blocks the
feast.
scythe, and says, no. Flicks the sword away and says, what are you on now, Vennick? You must be on, what, 11? A 9?
I'm at 9.
9. Well, let's see. She says, as she parries away the scythe, and in the same motion, she comes down with her long sword. And why isn't it rolling? A 12. Poof! You
Yes.
dodge underneath it. Comes back with turns around into a swing and stabs you for 7 points of damage with a 22 on the roll.
Oh, all right. Still up, but barely.
Short sword. Whew. A 9. Ugh. That's a miss. She missed her opportunity. She could have killed you that round, but she...
Feels like a Rocky fight here, right? We're just like beating the hell out of each other, right? Yeah. All right.
She gets
so
one
my
good
turn.
hit on you, but that's it. What do you
All
do?
right. Here we go. I'm going to short sword again. Oh,
Yeah, both of you are punch drunk as if the short sword swings and she dodges out of the way. And she raises her...
I I was going to ask. She keeps saying mother, and you should have. We should have killed you before. Am I picking up on this? Did the woman gouge out my eyes? Is this a connection? Yep.
I don't know.
Maybe.
The DM has no comment. That's
Okay.
for the player to work out. Okay, but Vennick, you swing with a short sword. Bass, you see her getting ready to land the finishing blow on Vennick. What do you do?
Hoping, yeah. Well, that's the player hoping. Vass is still in this battle rage, talking that purgatory must feast, more feast. Oh, you son of a bitch.
As the scythe comes down, she gets the curve of the scythe and just pushes it away. Comes back with the blade against Vennick with her long sword. First one. It's a 7. Whoosh! Dodges out of the way. Comes back with long sword once again with a 9. Unbelievable. But then with her short sword, she rolls a 12. I mean...
Living in the day.
Yeah, look at this. This is all terrible. Look at Discord. That is literally what I rolled.
I think it's fine. It's totally
7,
fine.
a 9, and a 12.
Wow.
All right. I'm going to swing my short sword. Here we go.
No one can hit anybody. You missed again. Swing and a miss.
Lord. You kidding me?
So just swing, parry, dodge.
Come on,
Yeah.
Bass. Do it, man.
Oh, low levels, how fun.
Quick
Yeah, right?
question, Malcolm. Reading those rolls, is her token wrong because it says the damage is 13 slashing two-handed? So how is she using a two-handed longsword
Ah,
and a short sword?
That's true. I was clicking the wrong button, but I'll click on the right button in the future. I think it was just that round.
Okay,
I just got too excited.
Gotcha.
But you're
I
right.
was
Should
like,
be one-handed.
wait, Okay. Yeah. Back to, and you can see. Is it Bass getting frustrated or something else, Vennick? Because yeah, he's getting more and more aggressive every time. Are you kidding? Ignore all of these. I must purge the evil from these dice.
Well, that 18 hits. I'm going to do a
No,
kill.
no, it was an 11. It was an
Waste all the
11.
big rolls now. That's good.
Okay, I'm going to do a collective one of this for all 3 combatants in this combat.
I don't know
That's
why
it.
they're still going. I might have clicked it too many times. I'm just gonna refresh my page.
It starts out low each time. It's like,
Okay,
oh.
this time she says, Lady Luck's on your side, but the mothers always get what they want. And she's going to swing her one-handed longsword. Rolls a 15, Jeff.
That hits.
That would be 5 points of damage.
Okay, that takes me down.
Welcome back, Jeff.
And then she gets her longsword, tries to drive it into your heart at advantage. What was it, an 8 and a 7? And then a
Nice.
short sword. Yeah, 2 death saving throws. She hits.
I have to do 2?
No, you automatically fail to.
Okay. Okay.
Vennick. Roll me that.
Here we go. Oh.
Just
I
without
was
the
thinking it
quote
was
marks or
wrong.
without the dot.
Okay, got it. All right. Yeah, here we go.
Okay, so I know what that means. You know what that means. Bass.
Even if I wasn't in this blood rage, I have all my spells are self. So
You can stabilize
All right.
him.
the player would, but the scythe is taken over right now. I gotta play the character as the character would be. Oh, I don't want to look.
She turns her attention to you. Swings her long sword. 16, Bass. That's going to hit.
Shield.
Swings her long sword again with a 9.
21's the AC.
3 swings and a miss. Vennick, make that roll again.
All right. It's out of it again.
Okay. Bass.
Must feed.
That hits.
Because that is a 19 and she's Hexblade's cursed, that is a crit.
Okay.
So
I don't think
Plus
she's
4
going
to
to survive
this.
this.
Plus 4, 9, plus, oh my god, all ones really, into 2. Plus 2, 11 total.
Natural 20!
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong button. This is the right button.
Directly down the middle, from the head all the way down, just clean in half, vertically, as the body just falls apart, and then all the blood gets sucked into the scythe.
And Bass, you see Vennick looking very, very bad. What do you do? So imagine you come to your senses.
Yep, Bass would snap out of it, look at the dead body, look at Vennick, not really knowing what happened, come over and attempt to stabilize.
Okay, make a medicine check, DC 10.
0, let's see. Oh, that was an 11 rolled to a 4.
Vennick, make that roll again.
All right. Okay.
Vennick. Oh, not sorry, Vennick. Bass, what do you do?
Break more ribs.
Vennick, again.
Okay.
Bass, again. You stabilize him as best you can. You can't stabilize something that's dead.
Sweet. I've died twice. This is awesome. Did I die last
Damn.
week?
Nah, your character wasn't here last week.
These women, they're terrible.
This is a heck of a record, to be quite honest.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It's like, wow. Vennick in his afterlife was thinking, like, I probably shouldn't have followed Bass. This was probably a bad idea.
Okay, so you notice this this assassin has done her job. Did you see my whisper, Jeff?
I did, yes.
Okay. What do you do, Bass? Things are going bad. Very, very bad. What do you do?
Bass would shout, "Guards! Guards, here now!"
Some of the royal guards come rushing over. What? Oh my goodness, what happened?
This assassin attacked my friend. Was barely able to kind of think of the memory. Stop? Did I stop? I don't know. This assassin, my friend, is dead because of them. Get Shinigami now!
And,
I said get Shinigami!
and and they rush. It's going to take them a while to get Shinigami. Take her to the Temple of Life. Take him to the Temple of Life. We'll meet there.
Don't know if I'm strong enough to pick him up. Let's see.
You half pick him up, half drag him. And you eventually drag him around Vennick and Bass Temple of Life is somewhere around
122, 121,
123.
123.
Okay. We're going to leave Vennick, who did really well on the saving throws. Did 2 in a row that were good. But then the final... Oh, wait a minute. Did you do 2 in a row or 3 in a row? Because if 3 in a row, you're stable.
I don't think I did 3 in a row. I think it was 2.
Let's have a look. Nah, you did a 12, then a 13, then a 7. Yeah. Okay. Let's do Randall before we get to the royal meeting. Randall and Byra, you come to the Halfling's Treasury Bakery, and just a sec. Okay, so you come back to the Halfling's Treasure Bakery. It is closed at this time. Byra pulls out a key on a chain beneath her neck and unlocks it. And she rushes in and she just leaps onto her mother's chest. Says, "Mother, I'm safe! I'm safe! Randall saved me! Randall saved me!" And through bleary eyes, they hug their daughter and says, "Oh, Randall! Thank you so much. You don't know how much this means to us to have her safe at home. Thank you, Randall."
I can imagine. I didn't do it alone, though. I had help. I had some wonderful friends. And if it wasn't for them, I'm not sure exactly what I would have done.
And they look behind you. Friends? Okay. I believe we promised you 5 gold pieces. And they go to the equivalent of a cash register and start counting out coppers and silvers. And eventually they put all this together and put it in a quite a large bag, because there's quite a few copper pieces in there, and hand you over 5 gold pieces.
Yeah. Randall kind of takes it and kind of looks at it. Thanks. This will help with the arrangements.
Arrangements?
My mother, she passed.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Randall.
The boys are doing the proper procedures at this moment in time.
I'm sure they seem you. I'm sure they need their big brother at the moment.
Yes. Even though we lost a family member, it does my heart good to see one family be reunited together. And Randall kind of does a little bit of a half-hearted smile. And next time, Byra, please do stay out of trouble. And he gives her another little wink.
She smiles shyly.
And he'll turn her away in that particular time and head off into the direction to the South District. Try to get, I guess, cut a straight across, make it easier to get to the shanties.
Sure. Oops. So you get back to the shanties, the site of your mother's wake. There's people out there gambling, putting a copper here, a silver there to cover funeral expenses. Christophilus is. Oh, where you been, Randall?
I had to save someone, and he kind of like leans into Christophilus and nudges him a little bit.
Don't fucking touch me. Mother's dead and you're doing this stupid dream of being some fancy-ass red cloak. You think this is more important than your mother's wake, you son of a bitch?
Well, it was at least at this point in time that I could at least provide this, and he kind of tosses the bag of 5 gold. Not
Snaps
to
it
mention I
aside.
saved Byra from being consumed by a manticore.
Yeah, red cloak fantasies. I'm done with this and I'm done with you. And he goes to punch you. Doesn't a 12 hit? I don't think it does.
No.
And he just runs away.
I'll look for Kadarius.
Yeah,
Is he around?
He is, and he just embraces you in a hug. I'm sorry, he's been so upset since you've gone. He's not happy with you.
To be fair, I'm not really happy with myself either. I always seem to be finding myself just coming up a little too short. But then when he says short, he actually kind of goes back and thinks, like, how the heck did I grow up to be like a giant? And he kind of looks down at his armor. Can I do it again? And then he'll just kind of like leaving that puzzled look and that sort of kind of left to his thoughts at that point in time, trying to process it.
Mm-hmm.
And looks at the symbols again, as now he really notices them. Now they're starting to shine and glisten, like they're activated.
Mm-hmm.
I need to speak to someone about this. Perhaps. No, today needs to be a day of rest. A morning. We'll celebrate Mom.
Yeah, celebrate. That's a better word than mourning.
We'll tell of memories of the good times before she got sick.
What are you going to do about
That's how you keep
Christophilus?
someone's memory alive, Cordarius. You think of the good.
What about
You
Chris?
think of the moments. People mourn differently. He just has to get through it. Perhaps we'll just have to have a heart-to-heart. But sometimes people need to be alone. I just do hope he's out of trouble.
So, you spend the night in the shanties, gathering funds up, in addition to the 5 gold pieces. So you could probably, with the 5 gold pieces, which is not technically all yours, but you've claimed it, would be more than
I'm going
enough.
to try to spin this quickly before someone comes around.
But that you'd have more for enough for the funeral expenses. So, the other things that are going to happen are going to take a while. Like we have Toriel and Mistel here, Gala getting ready for the party, Bass and Vennick. Something to be resolved then. Of course, you guys don't know that Vennick fell. He did very well up until a point, but he didn't make it. And Shinigami reporting back. You have 1 full day after this. Feel free to long rest. And we'll pick it up at the start of next session. How does that sound, guys?
Sounds good.
Yep.
Is there a level up with that long rest?
Nope.
I wish I could long rest and level up. That'd be great.
Well, in a very
Somebody
real
just wishes they
sense,
could
you
rest.
are long resting. The longest.
Yeah,
rest.
that's true.
More long, yes.
Getting a really
The
long
deepest sleep ever.
Malcolm, before I forget, Gayla was going to, just because I might forget next week, she was going to write invitations for all the party members to the ball. And
Sure.
that's just something that she was going to do, so I don't forget it. I'm going to put a note somewhere, but I might forget.
I'll write it here. Gayla writes invite.
Just keep trying to type in Discord and pin it.
Yeah, good. There you go, yeah.
But I'll see it there, and that'll be the
And
first thing.
Shimigami, asking Shimigami to help keep the peace. Not inviting him, asking him to help keep the peace, because she doesn't know if he'd come in otherwise.
All right,
Requesting he help keep the peace.
Okay.
all right, Daniel. Before you go, before I forget, because you were switched over and talking to Malcolm, I thought you'd get a kick out of this. In my Tuesday game, I'm running a gnome whose background is failed merchant, and the shop that he used to own was called Gnome Depot.
I like it.
Very good. Very good. Okay, gentlemen. We'll see you next week. And
Yeah, sounds good.
Man,
Thanks, Bob.
take,
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you next week.
take care. Bye.